accountable. And you look that up in the dictionary, Bobby Wagner's picture pops up. And Dan Quinn goes all the way back to this guy in Seattle. This is the guy he wanted to build this team around on defense, particularly his influence on this young quarterback. Their relationship is special.
Yeah, I watched this guy warm up just a while ago, and I just watched his release. I watched his footwork. I wanted to see everything about him because obviously we haven't seen him all year in the television, just watching on TV. But, boy, throws a gorgeous ball, great reaction. He works a lot on position, his legs, his hips. Very impressed with this young man. Cool, like I said earlier today. This guy led the league in completion percentage.
And the challenge for him is facing this Eagles defense. They were number one. You know, you don't score against them. They're hard to run against. They're hard to pass against. I mean, they just about, Michael, you name it, they do it well.
Yeah, they do everything. It seemed like at one point during this season, these guys, they weren't playing up to their potential. And then all of a sudden, like they just kicked into another gear and just shut everybody down. But this guy right here, Gronk, he's going to give them a lot to handle.
Yeah, no doubt. Terry McLaurin deserves a year like this. He's been on the Washington Commanders for quite some time now. He's been through all those down years. And to see him thriving, especially with a quarterback that he's having such a great connection with, it's good for him. He has 15 touchdowns this season, which is the Commanders' record for most touchdown receptions this year. McLaurin, one of the best receivers in the game. He deserves to be at this stage that he's at right now.
Yep.
All right, you know who else is out there? If you're in Philadelphia at a game, Kevin Hart. I mean, he is a lifelong Eagles fan.
Is he the best?
He is always at these games, but it's legit. He's not here just because he likes jumping on the bandwagon. He is a true
he would need I love Kevin, but he need a step stool to get on the bandwagon.
It looks like his kid's taller than him.
Kev, love you.
Oh, stop it, bro.
He's a comedian. He'll take it well. Yeah, we'll go with that. You know who else is on the field right now? How about EA and CT?
Dang! Stray. Throwing some strays right there. Stray can do that. If we did that, whoa! Hi, everybody. We love our job for many reasons, but especially when we get to be on a field together. Another thing that we love, Aaron, is getting to sit down and do these interviews. Yep. Now, you know, these players and coaches are so generous. They give us so much of their time. Now, unfortunately, because the show is only 2 hours, we don't get to air everything in our interviews. Some of the stuff ends up on the cutting room floor. But I had a chance to sit down with Dan Quinn. You sat down with Saquon Barkley. And here's a quick little bit of what Dan Quinn had to say about his quarterback, Jaden Daniels. How would you describe your quarterback?
He is a relentless competitor who's got this ideal blend of confidence and humility. But underneath that California cool, like, is a absolute dog-ass competitor at the highest level.
How great is Dan Quinn?
He's the best.
God, he's great. And Jaden Daniels looking to do something today, Aaron, that no other quarterback has done. If he wins today, he will be the first ever rookie quarterback to start in a Super Bowl. Now, I know you talked to Saquon, who's also looking to get into the big dance.
Yeah, and he's also one heck of a competitor as well, as we know with his time with the Giants, but also when he decided to sign with the Eagles. We talked a lot about it yesterday, and he was just telling me about what went into that decision. Chris, he actually made a pros and cons list when he decided to come here, and here's more about what made him decide to sign with the Eagles.
It was a no-brainer to come here, and this is a conversation I had with the guys in the stadium, the guys in the locker room, and Howie, being in parties type of games, and just happy that it's here. And now, the conversation wasn't just being part of these games, also performing at a high level in these games and winning these type of games.
So
I gotta tell you this, Saquon said to me, he feels like it is not an accident that Washington was able to go into Detroit and beat them. He feels like it was destiny. It was meant to happen that this game comes back to the link. He wins the NFC Championship here with the Eagles as a thank you to the fans and the organization for taking a chance on him. Ready for this?
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is on Saquon's birthday. That's a movie.
Now that is a gift that keeps on giving. I'll tell you what else wasn't an accident. This fur. It's not real fur, but how about this? Adorable. We love each other. All right, Kurt, we also love you. What's going on?
I feel underdressed.
You should.
I feel underdressed, I'm telling you. All right, we are just over an hour away from kickoff of the NFC Championship game. Roger Goodell in the house.
Is in the house.
And Doug.
You'll be back.
Emus can't help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. You're just a flightless bird.
No, he's a dreamer, Frank.
And Doug.
Well, I'll be. That bird really did it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
All new Animal Control starring Joel McHale. Thursdays on Fox.
For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
Hey, pal. Ready for bed?
Hey, Dad. Do we really have the fastest internet speeds?
Yeah, with Spectrum, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Can I use that to research volcanoes super fast?
Of course.
Can you learn to make a diorama super fast?
Yeah, you can do that too.
How fast exactly?
The absolute fast. When's your project due?
Tomorrow morning.
How much have you done? Okay. I'll get the glue.
The fastest internet whenever you need it. From Spectrum.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry. You finished the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. But the good position of the Republic, which is that still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid LE for just $369 a month for 39 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Hardee's original bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 original bag, only at Hardee's.
Wake up with us tomorrow and get everything you need to start your week off right. Definitely seeing some rain out there this morning.
At a 10 to 15 minute delay.
Now that's coverage you can count on.
Back in Philadelphia, we're 60 minutes to kick off for the NFC Championship game. It's the city of brotherly love, but don't expect any pleasantries for round 3 of this historic matchup.
When we get to these massive games, there's that impulse to give it the big, bold sales pitch it so rightly deserves. An epic. So we reach down the dried-up well of the same old cliches and roll out the greatest hits. Maybe it's title contenders squaring off. What about a showdown at high noon? No? Well, then there's my personal favorite. Ancient, primal gladiators in the center of the arena. Or take a step back and realize this game doesn't need a one-size-fits-all cliche to tell the story. The Commanders, the Eagles, 1 game away from the Super Bowl. That's the only sell you'll ever need.
Well, from John Hamm to a guy that's been running like a madman. It's been a record-setting first year in Philly for Saquon Barkley, and now he and the Birds are on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. Jaden Daniels' magical ride continues. The lock for Rookie of the Year has turned the Commanders franchise around. He's got Washington in the conference title game for the first time in 33 years. Familiar foes who have faced off 180 times over the years now do it for the first time with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line as the Commanders take on the Eagles in the NFC Championship game on Fox. And when you're live on the road, you never know who shows up. Look who just walked up to the stage here. Bradley Cooper.
Hey,
man. Big Philly fan. How are you? We're live.
I'm great. Oh, yeah, I'm great. I just wanted to say hello to Terry. We did a movie in 2006.
He keeps reminding
and
us.
We've stayed friends for 20 years.
Have you recovered from the nude scene?
Watching him? No. And he keeps sending me them. It's great to see you,
good man. Oh, great to see you. Good luck today.
Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I know you're a big Eagles fan. He and Kevin Hart both. All right, the guys calling the game right now. They will be neutral. They made their way down to the field, Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. But you know what? What's a playoff game for Brady without 2 of his favorite targets, right, KB?
Listen, we got to have the guys back together, right? What do we got? 26 championship games you guys combined. That's a lot of championship. You guys have played in this thing before, Gronk.
Yeah, it sure has. And Super Bowls in 2 weeks. And I got some Super Bowl experience under my wing as an analyst. And I'm pretty sure you two have not done a Super Bowl game yet. Are you guys a little nervous coming up?
A little nervous.
Just a little bit?
We got you. Your safety blanket.
All right, I'm always the safety blanket. I'm ready for the check down. I'm ready for the deep ball. I'm ready to go up the middle, take the hit for Tom, laying us out. It doesn't matter. We'll do anything because we got our lead singer back in action with us, Julian, finally.
You know what's great about being here? The first time I ever yelled at Julian was on this field. It was a preseason game.
Right there.
2009, I was on about the 35-yard line. He got a punt. He was running side to side. They ended up re-punting. I said, Julian, get upfield. He catches the ball right after that, goes 70 yards for a touchdown. What a way to break him in.
Well, you want to know
and I never even got to thank you for that.
I just want to let everyone know out there. I was sitting watching this punt come in, and I was yelling at Tom Brady in my head, this guy's never done a punt return in my life, and then ended up housing it, making the team. We had some great memories here. I made fun of my haircut for 2 days.
And some great memories. I want to let you know, I've only played one game here before, and right here, right on this field, right at that 30-yard line, I had a middle read right up the middle with two safeties high, and Tom, you hit me with a bullet right down the middle. I caught it at the 4-yard line and dragged two guys into the end zone. So one game here, one touchdown for me, and one massive Gronk spike as well.
I like it. And now you're broadcasting it, right? So give me some on this game. What do you have your eye on today? One specific thing.
Yeah, certainly an exciting day. As we know, these two teams have certainly deserved to be here. They've earned the right to play in this game. I think what they've evolved from the beginning of the season to now is awesome. So many runs. Saquon, Jaden Daniels. I think it's just a battle of the trenches, man. A little ground and pound. I'm excited to see what goes on.
Band is back together. Kurt, and your band is always back together. Let's go back to you across the way.
All right. Hey, who else has Bradley Cooper and Tom Brady on the same segment? Nobody.
Bradshaw and Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Bradshaw.
And Terry Bradshaw.
Hey, Tom Brady works with us, Kurt. Bradley Cooper did not.
But nobody has him either. We've got more coming your way.
After the break, Tom Brady sticks around to show us what makes Jaden Daniels so special. Plus, CT sits with the man responsible for Washington's winning mentality, while Aaron Andrews talks to high-flying Eagle Saquon Barkley, both preparing to step into the ring for the final knockout round. It's Fox Championship Sunday.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on 2024 GMC EV models. That's up to $17,200 in average finance savings.
Rory never thought she would live out her dream. Then one day, she did. You were made to chase your passions. We were made to put them in a package.
A Chewy order is on the way for Radar. Who knows that sound means? Kibble, squeaky toy, and birdseed. Delivered fast at prices everyone loves. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
A box of childhood treasures. Or a box of... we're turning your childhood bedroom into a home office. Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx can ship your packages for less than the post office.
Buffalo Wild Wings Monday through Thursday BOGO deals are totally making it rain burgers and wings. I'm walking around, mouth open, just, BOGO burger, BOGO traditional wings, BOGO boneless. I love the rain.
There was a tree down in the woods, the prettiest tree that you ever did see. Now the tree has roots that need water to grow jobs, grow skills, make the whole world go. Oh, make the green grass grow all around, make the green grass grow all around.
At JP Morgan Chase, the investments we make help make businesses happen, that make jobs happen, that make communities happen. Together, we make momentum happen.
Get loud, shake it from your waist down.
Let's go! Show them what you got!
Spends time in Rocky at the Rocky statue. Doesn't get better than that. Of course, in the movies, Rocky, well, he was a 2-time world champion, just like Jimmy Johnson. Now, Jimmy's hanging with a bunch of other champs, and that includes Tom Brady and Charles Woodson, who won their first title together as college teammates at Michigan in '97, and then part of the most famous play in the NFL. Charles, you don't want to see this. 23 years ago in Foxborough, the tuck rule became famous.
Hey, man, it's all good.
Hey, Kurt.
Oh, no! He fumbled again. You know.
He always comes through for top.
Yes, he does. Oh,
Okay. Hey, now look at here. We got our Fox crew here. 23 Super Bowl rings.
Wow.
23 rings. And you're back to a championship, Tom.
There we go. Yeah, exciting day. Look at the fans are here. I got all my boys here. I feel like I'm right at home.
Hey, well, one of your boys that you're going to be playing today, Jaden Daniels. I know that you were really impressed with him last week. Yeah, talk a little bit. We got a video of one of the passes that he threw to Brown.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about his decision-making and how hard this pass is to throw.
How can you not be impressed? I think his ability to throw the ball down the field as a young player and how he sees the defense is incredible. This is not an easy throw. Shuffles to the right. And then an absolute dime while taking a hit, dropping it right in the bucket. Come on, baby. Who doesn't love that? I don't. Love that.
Hey, well, let's line it up. Now, Tom, we're going to give you a favorite receiver.
Oh, really?
Okay, Brock's going to be Brown.
Oh, I like that.
Your offensive center now is Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, I'll take that.
Terry, you're the center.
Okay, I'm being the gun.
And am I covering him? Okay, here we go. Now, Brock, you got it. You got to put him in motion, Tom.
Motion across. 319. 319. Hot.
Here I go. Oh, here we go.
Oh, you got
him. It's a hard throw. Hey, you still got it.
Get it.
Hey, Tom, can you make a comeback?
I've never been so uncomfortable around 2 men in my life right here. I gotta tell these guys. That was.
Hey, why you throw the ball so hard? You didn't give me a chance to break it up, yo.
Nothing great than to hawk that thing down.
Hey, talk a little bit more about Daniels, just his decision-making. Just for a rookie, I've never seen this before.
I think his poise and his composure in the pocket, certainly when they blitz. I don't expect Philly to blitz much today. It's not a recipe for success. He's got to keep the ball in front of him, try to make some disruptive plays at the D-line, but he's been so impressive. The number 2 overall pick, how do you come in and live up to that? He's exceeded expectations. Really incredible.
And I agree with you. I think from a defensive standpoint, whenever you get a rookie, there always seems to be something you can do to get to them. I think everybody's tried throughout the season, and he's only gotten better with handling anything thrown his way. And I agree with Tom. Just kind of just sit back and just try not to blitz him, bring too much pressure, because this kid seems to pick it up.
Vic Fangio blitzed him in the second game. Probably won't do it much today. The accuracy in the deep ball is something that's just, I'm shocked by it.
Yeah. Right, great touch on all those deep passes. This is one defense that doesn't give up too many of those downfield passes, so it's got to be a lot of jabs, not too many uppercuts.
Kurt, now listen, we've talked a lot about Daniels. How about Terry Bradshaw here? You used to do that, right, Terry?
Pretty regular.
Okay, back to you, Kurt. Enough from you.
I think we got 2 TBs who could probably still do it. They say the arm's the last thing to go, right? When we come back, we will head back to KC as KP, Christina Peak, sits in with Chiefs monster in the middle, Chris Jones. What's his plan for slowing down Josh Allen and the Bills? We'll find out when we come back to Philadelphia, where Jalen Hurts will talk about his knee as well as he gets ready for the NFC Championship matchup against Washington.
Being Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world for me. Now I get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. Butterfly.
Wait, what?
Yeah. See you on game day. Learn more at courtyard.com/NFL.
Hey.
Start every day right here with WRAL Morning. Tracking weather that impacts you today with the only dual-pole radar in Wake County.
More reporters to get you breaking news first.
Start every day right here.
Because that's coverage you can count on.
Fire raging on her doorstep.
I'm in fear of my life at this point. Really in fear.
Flames fueled by lighter fluid threaten a local woman's home. WRAL investigates a neighborhood dispute and why no arrests have been made. Tomorrow at 6.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all-electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Now lease a new Bronco Sport Big Ben for just $289 a month, or a new Bronco Big Ben for just $369 a month. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
It's halftime. Time to open the fridge.
I'm not sure why I'm showing you this.
The cabinets and the pantry.
Okay, and here you've got plenty of storage for snacks or expired stuff.
And show how much space you have in your kitchen. Selling your home to Open Door is so easy. You can do it during halftime.
Keep an eye on this one, Beth. Oh, yeah. It's not like I'm selling the house or anything.
Get started at opendoor.com.
Hold on. New Bet365 customers get how much? That can't be right.
It's true. Join Bet365 today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. You could spend them on bets like the spread, totals, run line, and player props.
Well, there you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Get breaking news first with the WRAL Breaking News Tracker.
The elusive Super Bowl three-peat. Never been done. 9 teams have been back-to-back Super Bowl champions. None of them even returned to the game for a third straight try. Will the Chiefs be the first to go back-to-back-to-back?
Well, when the Mahomes era started, the Chiefs were more of a high-flying offense than anything, but as we were rejoined by Christina Pink in Arrowhead, the last couple of years, the defense has become a big part of KC's success, right?
Yes, Kurt, this defense is stingy, allowing just over 18 points per game the last 2 seasons, best in the NFL. It's what's kept them in a lot of these close games, and it all starts with their star defensive tackle, Chris Jones. He is a force to be reckoned with on the inside while giving us all the expressions on the outside.
I'm an emotional player. I'm about to go to war.
Let's go with us. Dominate.
I'm about to lay it all on the line. And that's when I kind of close my eyes, go through everything that I'm feeling. I'll be trying to take it all in. The wind is blowing, the helicopters are flying by, and you gotta transform to battle mode. Unfortunately, I don't know where the tears come from. I honestly don't. I think I got eye sensitivity. I don't know.
How does having the emotions serve you on the field?
It kind of drives me. It still gets me going. It's like, I love what I do. It's not really work to me. It's like a kid in the playground and you're just having fun. When I play with emotion, I play with passion because I'm all in.
Told y'all, this is part of the journey.
The journey to get the 4th ring. The Buffalo Bills, a team you know very well.
They're a tough team. Josh Allen had one of the best years of his career this year.
The Chiefs get their first loss handed to them.
Competing was always fun, especially competing against the best.
How do you slow him down?
Players like that, you really can't slow down. You can try to contain and minimize the greatness that they present, whether it's hitting him, frustrating him, and then a lot of luck.
What motivates Chris Jones? Because you've done everything.
Still being the best. I don't think you can have enough rings. It's about reaching that mountaintop. You know, the challenges, the grind, the physicality, and the adversity that comes with it. I enjoy the process.
Have you given yourself a chance to even visualize getting that 4th ring?
Absolutely. And I think before you achieve any goal you're chasing, you got to manifest and think about you already having it and put yourself in that mind frame, and then you can go and chase it.
Well, yeah, he is still chasing it as their longest tenured defender. So he's got all pros, Pro Bowls, Super Bowls, and yet the thing he told me he thinks about right before the game are the doubters, anybody who's ever disrespected him. But guess what? It's working for him because each year in their Super Bowl run, he comes up with a timely big play. And Jimmy, they're going to be looking for more of that from him today.
Yeah, Christina, you did a great job. You're exactly right about that defense. Now, we all know, Patrick Mahomes is a great football player. Travis Kelce, he's come on really strong here of late, but they haven't had the greatest year. The thing that's been most consistent about the Kansas City Chiefs has been this defense. Steve Spagnuolo has done a great job with this defense week in and week out. And I tell you when they've been their best, in the critical time of the ball game, getting the sack, getting the turnover, getting the big play. They have 11 games that they've 11-0 in one-score games that they have won, but it's been because of that consistent defense.
If you talk about Patrick Mahomes, all you want to talk about is this guy's a great winner. He's a man that plays well under pressure. Nothing panics him. If you go back to the touchdown to Kelce in the end zone, falling down, touchdown pass. Xavier Worthy, their rookie receiver, is the only receiver that has caught a pass from Mahomes last week. Everybody else has disappeared. Schuster's disappeared. Hopkins has disappeared. Brown has. So you would say to yourself, shut down their passing offense. They're the worst rushing offense remaining in the playoffs, but they have 15 running the show at quarterback, and they have Andy Reid, who by far, I think nobody would guess is probably one of the greatest coaches ever coached in the NFL.
Yeah, and talking about Travis Kelce, he was it up this offseason. I feel like he came into training camp just a little out of shape. He was eating lobster. He was going on vacations. He's dating a superstar. So it's all understandable. It's everyone's dream, no doubt about that. But once he got back into shape, he was gutting his defenders once again. And what makes Travis Kelce so great is that he's so good at going off script when he's running a route and Mahomes starts scrambling. In the playoffs, preparation matters the most. And it's nearly impossible to prepare for Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes because they are so good at playing street ball.
This Kansas City team, everybody's talked about them having a chance to win 3 straight Super Bowls. No one's ever done that, and they certainly deserve credit. But we're here in Philadelphia where these Eagles fans are going nuts because their team, this could be the second time in 3 years that they get into the Super Bowl. Of course, they played Kansas City for that last matchup. They feel like they've got a home field advantage here when they play, and I think Kansas City rightfully does think they've got one because they've proven it, Michael. When they play at Arrowhead, they have it. But you think this Buffalo team, they've been there time and time out. They haven't won. This year, though, seems a little bit different in their minds.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen's never won a playoff game on the road. But so many things have changed. The defense has changed. They had 3-star people in the secondary. Let them go. They had Stephon Diggs. He's out of there now. But it's changed in a sense that Josh Allen has learned that he is the superhuman on the football field, but he doesn't have to be that in order to win. He just needs to show up and be his best and distribute the ball and include everyone. He's learned to play more of a team game instead of trying to be the Superman and save the team type of football. And, he's had this mentality, rest in peace to Kobe and his daughter Gianna, their anniversary of their passing today. But his college teammates say he had the mentality of the Mamba mentality, that I'm the best and I'm going to prove it today. He can do that now, but he knows how to share the wealth on proving how great he is as a football player by making everybody around him much better. And he's never beaten Patrick Mahomes in the postseason, as we know. They did beat him during the regular season, but I think if there's ever a chance that could change, it is today.
I think the changes they've made, Buffalo, and you talked about the offensive changes, some of the defensive changes, I think they revamped that defense to a certain extent with Buffalo in mind. And last week, Gronky talked about it, the Kelce Mahomes experience was in full show. His ability as a former quarterback to understand coverages. Find the hole in the zone when you're in man coverage, particularly when Patrick reroutes. He steps up in the pocket, extends within the pocket, or rolls out to his right or his left, extends the play. That's when they make the big plays in key moments at the end of games. I think something Buffalo did in their matchup earlier in the season really was a big key. They went with a three-man rush, they decided to play coverage, and they spied with athletic players. And I think it gave Kansas City problems. Look for that today.
Hey, Howard, you know the thing that impresses me most about Mahomes? We know he's a great player, but he will scramble and run for the first down on a third down situation or fourth down situation. He'll tuck that ball down, and he is an outstanding runner picking up first downs.
And I'll tell you right now, James Cook in Buffalo, your co-leader in the league with 16 rush TDs. I mean, a guy catches out the backfield. He does everything well for that team. I think between Shakir, Hollins, Cook, Buffalo has some weapons that I think could be a big challenge to Kansas City's defense.
It's hard to believe Buffalo won't win this game. It's hard for a heartache for them in the postseason.
Their commitment to the run.
Yeah. All right, that's the AFC Championship game. It's later today. We're just about 40 minutes from the kickoff of the NFC Championship right here in Philadelphia. Guys already on the field warming up behind us. The crowd has been warming up. They're booing Commanders. They're making fun of Michael Strahan. They're having a good time out there, and they're cheering for that guy, Jalen Hurts.
Michael do?
Well, it's Commanders and Eagles fans.
They're actually dancing with Michael.
That's what they're doing.
They were dancing.
Jalen is on one side. Jaden is on the other as the rookie tries to get the Commanders back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1991. Tight end Zach Ertz. He spent 8+ seasons here as an Eagle, helping them to their one and only Super Bowl win. Today he's on the other side trying to stop their championship dreams. Saquon Barkley going to be a big part of whatever happens for this Eagles team today. When we come back, he will sit down with Aaron Andrews, and we've got a lot more to get you ready for kickoff of the NFC Championship game from Philly.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Verizon. The NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings. I can help with that. Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. But the money I saved, thought I'd get a wax figure myself. Oh, right in the temporal lobe. Beat it, punks! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Instantly, DraftKings, you make the playoffs even more exciting. Legendary NFL coach Jim Moore. What do you think?
You kidding me? Instantly? Even if I don't win a playoff game?
Yes, Jim. Even if you don't win a playoff game.
Playoffs?
Playoffs?
Instantly?
Instantly.
Are you kidding me?
Who's calling these press conferences?
New DraftKings customers get in on the NFL playoff action and turn a $5 bet into $200 instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
This is a got up too fast from tying your shoes back injury. Lucky for you, Amazon One Medical can help. They're great for sneeze-related back injuries, too.
Wings and pizza here.
You mean pizza and wings?
16 boneless wings, 1 pizza, wings and pizza.
It's stuffed crust pizza. Pizza is the lead.
Guys,
get a large stuffed crust pizza and 16 boneless wings starting at $19.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
The Pro Bowl games are here. Tune in to a 2-day competition as the league's biggest stars take their games to the next level. The Pro Bowl games, presented by Verizon, starting Thursday, January 30th. Flag football finale on Sunday, February 2nd.
Daytona. This is what this vision and dream's all about. Earnhardt to the inside. Here comes Logano. Here they come to the line. Side by side.
In the span of 24 years, Washington only won 2 playoff games under owner Dan Snyder. But that all changed when Josh Harris bought the organization in 2023. In less than 2 years, the Commanders have already won 2 playoff games, are contending for the NFC title, and could make their first Super Bowl appearance since 1991.
In his first full season, Josh Harris has gotten an awful lot right in his short tenure. And that includes picking the right head coach. Isn't that right, Carissa?
Are definitely right about that, Kurt. And when Dan Quinn was introduced as the next Commanders head coach, he didn't call this a rebuild. In fact, he said he was going to recalibrate this organization. And for a franchise that prior to this current playoff run had more name changes than playoff wins since 2006, their fans now have a lot to cheer about. And more importantly, you guys, it's a belief that they belong.
I have a few lifelong Commanders friends, and when I mentioned to them I was going to be sitting down with you, the first thing that the 3 individuals all wrote back to me immediately was, please tell him thank you.
That's awesome. It's awesome to hear that. I can remember, walking to my car one spot and somebody said, man, thanks for making it really fun again, to watch football.
Mount Everest ain't got no me.
This is a recalibrate. You will not hear me say the word rebuild.
I'm on top of the world. Yeah.
You hear all the time when a new coach comes in and instilling this culture. Fill in the blank for me. Culture is what for Dan Quinn?
Culture is what we do together every day. Culture is what you do on the best of days and the hardest of days.
It makes you the reason why we win this game.
It's not something that you get to tack on at the end of a great season. You have to have that first. Then you can play well.
And you instilled that very early on.
I love doing really hard with a good group of people.
Go to the next play. Understood? Yeah. We're starting off, boys. All right, let's get some.
It's the best.
Man.
I felt right from the beginning that these are the type of guys that I want to do it with. Of all these close games, my favorite part is being right there at the end, standing right on the line when it's all going down.
Let's go!
I love that feeling more than anything. And when you get it right, it wasn't one person that did it. It's this collective feeling. It's the absolute best.
And boy, have you had some of those.
The Cardiac Commanders are the clutch Commanders. They do it again.
You have a mantra around here. Anyone, anywhere.
Anytime.
Why?
Competition. And we wanted that to be the central theme of what we do. We like being the hunter. Our team is tough, and they're absolutely love to battle for it. It wasn't just add water and just happens. Culture and attitude, it does take some time to grow, much like...
Yeah, but you haven't taken much time.
Yes.
I mean, Coach, what you have done in a short amount of time, and I know you don't like to make it about you. I know you're going to give everyone else the credit, but you are a key part of this turnaround.
Celebrate like it's 1991! We're going to the AFC Championship game!
You are one game away from potentially going to the Super Bowl. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm so fired up. I'm honestly, it's so lit. We just haven't hit our ceiling yet. We're getting stronger, and you need that on a championship run.
Hard not to love Dan Quinn, and of course, he's been here before. He was the defensive coordinator for my beloved Legion of Boom Seahawks when they hoisted that Lombardi. He was the head coach for the Falcons in Super Bowl 51. But he told me that it takes discipline to not let your mind wander and think ahead to what could be. But now that he's on the field in this atmosphere, he is now 60 minutes away and 1 win away from going back to the Super Bowl. So, Gronk, I got to ask you, bud, how impressed are you with what he's done with this team?
Carissa, I'm really impressed what he has done with this team. And every single one of my friends that I have that have ever played for Dan Quinn all say the same thing, that every day is a happy day, just like being here at this desk with my guys here at Fox.
That's
every day is always a happy day, guys. And every team that Dan Quinn has played on, people want to go and work for him, especially in this era with guys getting pummeled and demolished on social media and memes. Whenever you're around Dan Quinn, he brings that positivity out of you. You feel confident around him. Dan Quinn is a culture builder.
Dang, you should
my friend, if you're not a head coach in this league, I'm telling you, that's inspirational.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. But I'm an analyst. I'm not a head coach.
No, you're right. I love Dan Quinn. Matter of fact, getting to know him, I find out, Jimmy, I would have loved to have played for him. He's my kind of head coach, or the one at least I can imagine that I could play for. I like him a lot. Don't forget, this is the football team, Washington. Last year, they only won 4 games, folks. They bring in Dan Quinn. He used to be the head coach of Atlanta. Super Bowl 16. Who will ever forget that instead of just going ahead and running the football, kill the clock, make a simple field goal, and win that Super Bowl, they elect to pass, holding penalty, then they get a sack, and they're out of field goal range. You tie it up, and then you win it in overtime. He'll never forget that, and he'll never make that mistake again. That's why second time at a head coaching position, I think, is a big difference for these guys. Dan Quinn is a great hire. He brought in also Cliff Kingsbury, which I think was excellent for young Daniels at quarterback, doing a great job himself as a chair, and also possibly going to get another head coaching job himself.
If you're waiting for Jaden Daniels to blink, I just don't think it's going to happen. He's not going to have a letdown. You thought Detroit was a big venue, a lot to take in for a young quarterback. He was calm. He nailed it. He played beyond his years. And I think, when you're talking about, is he the rookie of the year? I think that's a done deal. Is he maybe the best quarterback to ever play as a rookie? I think he's certainly in that conversation. I think a win today in Philadelphia where Vic Fangio blitzed him in their second game 35 times. He looks like the kid that has all the answers to all the answers on the test. I think there are 5 teams, if people around the league are being honest, that would not trade their quarterback right now for Jaden Daniels. Buffalo, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and the Chargers. And if they win today, I think that list goes down to 4.
And those guys, they have great quarterback, but none of them were doing this as rookies. I can tell you that. I flat out, best rookie performance I've ever seen from a quarterback. But this young guy, the best, most improved team in the league. 8 more wins than they had last year, 9 more points per game, a TD less on defense, improvements across the board. They have a 7-game winning streak. They humbled, the Lions just 7 days ago. He's the shoo-in for Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels, and they're still underdogs. No one believes in this team. They come into a stadium where it's hostile and everybody's cursing and yelling at them, which is, that's every day in Philly, but that's just how it works in football. And I was in that position, 2007. We see how that turned out. It's not about these people in this stadium and what we say up here at this desk. It's what the guys in that locker room believe, and it's the way those guys in the locker room perform when they step out here in the field. We have no bearing in this game, neither do these fans. It's about these players.
And I'm the only one on this desk that picked the Giants to win that Super Bowl. Everybody else turned their back.
Because you're a smart man.
Jerry, just a second here. I've got to, kind of have a little conflict with you. You said you could play for Dan Quinn. Well, I recruited you when I was at Louisiana Tech. You could have played for me, but
you were what? A grad assistant?
No, I was he was good. Hey, now you talked about Jaden Daniels. He is amazing. Of all the players we see out here, he is so calm, so cool. They have come from behind. He's got everything that you want to look for in a quarterback, and it's a perfect fit with Dan Quinn. Hey, I think every player on that team believes that they can win.
All right, let's check in with Jay Glazer right now, brought to you by Geico. And Jay, understand, Dan Quinn had a very special message for his underdog team last night.
Yeah, actually, I was in Dan Quinn and the Commanders team meeting last night. There's a couple things that really stood out. Number one, he said, guys, let's not worry about the Eagles. Let's create our own energy. But a line that he used that I love, he said, right now, everybody says we're playing with house money. We got to play this game like we need that money to pay our own rent. Let's take the fight to them. And it's interesting, guys, what happens in this league. Because last year, Dan Quinn and Ben Johnson, they're the 2 top candidates for these coaching carousel that went on. All of a sudden, Dallas has one bad game, and Dan Quinn goes from up here all the way down here. And during that time, it looked like Ben Johnson was going to get the head coaching job here in Washington. He pulled out, so that opened the door for Dan Quinn. And Dan admitted to me, during that time, I had a really dark period. I didn't know if I was going to get another head coaching job. I know the Commanders are happy that it played out the way it did.
Sometimes things work out the way they're supposed to, right, Jay? I appreciate it. All right, when we come back, Aaron Andrews does what defenders can't, and that's catch up with Saquon Barkley. We'll hear from Philly's MVP candidate when we continue as he gets ready to lead his Eagles into the NFC Championship game, and with a win, possibly into the Super Bowl.
You saw me lies just by
Who? The Bears. Sounds good, but not the man. The Bears. Here we go. The Bears. The Bears. The Bears. Oh, getting close. The Bears. No. The Bears. The Bears. The Bears. Ah, the Bears. The Bears.
I just want to go home. Oh, we can hear him.
Extracted premieres Monday after the Super Bowl on Fox.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings.
See your Carolina GMC dealer.
Give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where southern is heard as a scourging word and the skies are not cloudy all day.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
Looking to get stronger? This is your year. Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
We're gonna feel this tomorrow. I'm doing it my way, on my time.
We're just gonna keep showing up. Showing up.
Showing up.
You coming? Join the club today. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Let's go to our When every second counts, hit the news first so you stay prepared.
The breaking news tracker.
Get breaking stories first.
A car accident involving a motorcycle.
Life-saving weather alerts first.
The roof could fall down upon you.
And in-depth investigations
Get sick.
first.
It changes everything.
Thank you for making WRAL your #1 choice for local news. The most watched and most trusted WRAL News. Now that's coverage you can count on.
Welcome to the Eliminating Game.
Hi, I'm your host, Punt Hashmark, and I hate my parents. Our contestants today are the Chiefs, Eagles, Commanders, and Bills. They'll be vying for the affections of the Lombardi Trophy.
Thank you. Team 1.
How do you plan to win me over?
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you're leaving with me. And I hate to win and tell, but I did take you home the last 2 years in a row. I want to build a dynasty with you.
Hey, can you at least wait until the game to rip my heart out again? Thanks.
Team 2. How do you plan to win me over?
That's easy. Hand it to Saquon. Duh.
And Team 3? 3.
Oh, sorry, I'm still shocked I'm here.
We all are. Your chair still has a Lions logo on it.
Team 4. If you saw me, how would you pick me up?
I don't know. How much do you weigh?
Oh! You can't ask a trophy that.
I've never held one.
Team 1. How would you pick me up?
Like I always do. One hand under your base, one on your mouth, and then I'd kiss you on the football.
He's got me beat again.
3. What's something I don't know about you?
Well, I used to go by a different name.
Okay, moving on. LT, who's it going to be?
How'd you like to be my trophy wife?
You're offside.
Wow, they actually called a penalty on the Chiefs.
That's pretty good there. I like it. Hey, Saquon and the Eagles, well, they feel like the perfect match. And as we get it over to Aaron Andrews, Saquon seems to be the piece that this Philly offense has been missing lately, right?
I love that shot. You guys are here. You're right behind me. Yes, Kurt. The perfect piece is right. Saquon Barkley has had the best season of his career in the first season as an Eagle. He told me this week that when he arrived in Philadelphia as a free agent, the coaches said, it's time. You're here for a reason. So they challenged him in the beginning of the year to do something special. And then he said, the way you do something special is by believing in yourself and trusting your teammates.
He breaks a tackle. He's on his way. How did he do that?
Feels like a movie, but it's a movie that I want to keep watching.
Barkley turns the corner. Saquon Barkley's the guy.
I'm just happy, and here we are.
The journey, the timeline, it's just crazy the way it happened. It feels like a full-blown movie. It doesn't feel real. How real does it feel to you?
I say it all the time, it doesn't feel real.
Still?
I mean, you think about it. When I signed here and I know I was coming to Philly, it was like, I felt like just an opportunity that I can create my legacy, build my name, and compete for championships and multiple Super Bowls. But it's different when it's actually really in front of you.
And so fast, Saquon, too, right?
Yeah, in a blink. But yeah, you envision it, but when it's here, it's here. You got to take it all in, embrace it, but also realize that, this is the beauty of the NFL. This isn't a 7-game series, it's one game, and you got to be the best that day.
I loved the moment that the mics caught you last week saying to your guys on that line,
At the end of the day, we call everyone as long as we over-communicate.
Explain what you mean by that.
Simple, they're the best in the world. Just that simple. I think I'm the best in the world in my position because of them.
Huge.
And that's the beauty of this sport that I love since I was a little kid. It's the greatest team sport. People, fail to realize that. We get caught up in, quarterback matchups and how much this person gets paid. But at the end of the day, the way you win football games as a team.
Good for you, Saquon. All right, can we talk about the snow run? What are you calling that run, first of all?
No, I don't have a name for it. Like going back and looking at that and having NFL films put their music behind it.
1970s orchestra.
It's beautiful.
Can we watch it together?
Let's do it.
Look at your face.
My face is like that because I can't see.
Scream.
Because the snow's all in my eye.
What are you screaming?
I don't know what I'm saying right there.
Greatest run of your career?
Yeah, for sure. Just the moment, I just couldn't imagine myself being 9, 10 years old and watching that clip and just seeing how happy I would be. So hopefully I have a couple of those moments this week.
So you're leading me right to this. The finish line is at the top of that mountain. What are you visualizing right now?
Confetti falling. And, we're having a party on the field and your family's coming down and, you're hugging your mom, you're kissing your kids. We got the NFC Championship game at the Link. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Saquon took the bait right there. You don't really think guys will lay it all out and say that. I envisioned the confetti falling and having my mom and dad and my family out there, but he did just that, and that was a really cool moment, Michael Strahan. He also said to me, it's no accident, I believe, that Detroit lost to Washington, and now we have a home game at the NFC Championship. And look, he said, the Eagles took a big risk on me. A lot of people were like, why are you going to pay a 27-year-old running back that much money? And he said, if I can win this today, it's my thank you to the fans, to everyone here in the Eagles organization. Stray, I got to tell you one more thing. I've never had a chance to sit back with a player, watch a run like that with the 1970s NFL music happening. You saw his smile as he was looking at it. It was so awesome.
Hey, that was fun to watch. You had a great job by that. And you wouldn't know 70s music. You were born in 2000 or something
Stop
like
it.
that. But you heard Saquon say it feels like a movie. And when you see this, for him, it feels like a wonderful life. For everyone else in the league, it feels like the movie Scream. Because where would the Eagles be without without Saquon Barkley. He wouldn't be here because this guy just completely lit it up for this team this year. He's a finalist for the NFL MVP, for Offensive Player of the Year, in my opinion. He possibly should and could win both. But he gives this line, the best line in the league, a renewed purpose. He's turned into the most dangerous weapon in the NFL in the backfield of any team in this league. And 6 60-plus yard runs for touchdown. And this is the guy, Howie, he literally got tackled on the 1-yard line 12 times this season. Imagine if 12 more touchdowns added to his already incredible total. He's been everything for the Philadelphia Eagles on and off the field. And I was proud for him to be a Giant. I'm really even as proud for him to be over here in Philadelphia, because as he said, he cemented his legacy here.
And it's a remarkable story. I think if they're going to advance to the Super Bowl and it's a storybook ending, it's because of Saquon, it's because of that offensive line, and it's because of the Vic Fangio defense. I think the game plan for the Washington Commanders is going to be very similar to what they did in the second half of their last game, when Saquon was hit 12 of 19 plays, 1 yard in the backfield. I think they're going to load the box, they're going to play single high safety, shell, and they're going to force Jalen Hurts, who's questionable with an injury. He's going to play. How good is he in the run game? Can they take the top off the defense? He's got to run early, and I think he has to make a big throw early.
This stadium's popping right now, Howie. I'm feeling it. The energy's going, but it's nice. I love it. But everyone last week, over the last 2 weeks, have been talking about A.J. Brown reading that book on the sideline. But no one's talking about A.J. Brown going downfield and laying the blocks that he's been laying out for Saquon and the receivers downfield. And if I was a tight end and I looked up and I see A.J. Brown blocking guys like that, I would buy him an unlimited gift card to Amazon so he could buy whatever book he wants. So sum the story up. A.J. Brown is an unselfish player.
Brock, I think the football fans today, when Philadelphia's on defense, you need to watch one of the most dominant players in the entire league, and that's Jalen Carter, number 98. Now, he will be double-teamed on over half the plays. And when he's double-teamed, the other players are not going to get blocked. You're going to have Zach Bond, who made all-pro at linebacker. He's not going to get blocked. You're going to have, Sweat and Smith are going to have single blocks on their pass rush. Now, when they single block Jalen Carter, he will completely wreck an offense, just like he did last week against the Rams when he had a sack and a rush there at the end of the game. Jalen Carter is one of the most dominant players I've ever seen.
One of the quarterbacks I think Hurts playing in this game, he's one of those guys I really respect. The guy came out of Alabama after being benched in championship game. He goes to Oklahoma, up for a Heisman, second-round draft choice. He comes here, he runs the RPO, fake run, pass, keep it, run. Just an incredible athlete and very accurate with the deep ball. Now he's banged up with the knee. One of the things he's done this year is he's had to become very selfless, give up on a lot of things because of Saquon Barkley. I remember when I went to Pittsburgh in 1970, we were a good football team, but we were really good when Franco Harris came on board. And then Swanee and Stallworth. We had a great coach. They got one here. I had Noel. They got Sirianni. I had the Rooneys as an owner. They have Jeff Lurie here. Everything fits up right. And I just think Hurts today, he just plays a smart game. Very careful with the football, but he will go deep. He will go deep today. I think Brown's the guy you got to watch out for. And I know Smith, that kid out of Alabama, can fly. If they can throw from the pocket today, they're going to be very hard to deal with.
We talk about Jalen Hurts. He missed the last 2 games of the regular season with that concussion. Came back in the playoffs, hurt his knee. The question, Jake Laser, is how healthy is Jalen Hurts for this championship game?
Look, actually, they have no concerns about Jalen Hurts. Jalen actually practiced all week long. He is going to wear a knee brace, but that's really more precautionary measures because of the way it bent last week when he injured it. So they think he will have no limitations in the game today. However, look, Cam Jurgens, his center, even though he's active, he's not expected to start. Landon Dickerson is supposed to move from guard over to center, and backup guard Tyler Steen is supposed to replace him. at the guard position. Quinn Mitchell, he had a shoulder injury last week. Looked a lot worse than it actually was. He is actually fine. He's good to go in this game. Now, on the other side, Bobby Wagner, you guys just showed him. Talked to Bobby last night. He has that high ankle sprain. Said I'm doing much better this week than I was a week ago. But there is a big loss for Washington in this game. Deron Payne out with a knee injury.
All right, thank you, Jay. Time now to build a same-game parlay with help from FanDuel, guys. When I ask you a question, you pick one. I'll start with you, Michael. Jaden Daniels, 250-plus yards passing, or Jalen Hurts, 2 passing touchdowns.
These teams win completely differently, and I think Jaden Daniels, for me, 250-plus passing yards seems more realistic the way these teams have been playing than Jalen Hurts to get those 2 pass TDs. All
right, Jimmy, either Terry McLaurin, 80 yards or more receiving, or A.J. Brown, 6 catches or more.
I think McLaurin's going to have over 80 yards. They're going to have a big day today.
Gronk, Brian Robinson Jr., anytime touchdown, or Saquon, 150 rushing and receiving.
This is an easy choice for me, Kurt. I'm going with Saquon Barkley to have over 150-plus yards rushing and receiving combined. He's just too explosive. He's too good, and his line just helps him out tremendously as well.
And if this same-game parlay hits, it'll pay out just over 8-1. Time now to make your picks. I'm going to ask you who's going to the Super Bowl. I want you to pick the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game. Eagles, 6.5-point favorites in this one. Chiefs, 1.5-point favorites in the AFC game. I'll start with you, Howie. Who's going to the Super Bowl?
If your son wins the Super Bowl in that city, you got to pick the team. I'm going Philadelphia.
And the AFC?
I'll go Kansas City.
All right, Grunt?
I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles to win, and they're going to face, I'm allowed to do this, I'm going to reverse jinx this since I'm from Buffalo. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, TB.
Listen, Washington won everything on the road. They went to Tampa, underdogs won. They went to Detroit, 8.5-point underdogs, they won. They're 6.5 underpoint here. They will win here today. I got Washington, and Buffalo takes care of Kansas City.
Jimmy.
Okay, I think it's real. You got Philadelphia going against the Buffalo Bills.
Michael.
I think I'm going for the underdogs. I'm with TB. I'm going Buffalo and Washington. I think it changes at the guard right here today, Kurt.
All right, they're singing fly, Eagles fly. That means it's time for that chant to go. It is the Eagles hosting the Commanders. It's the NFC Championship game. The winner goes on to Super Bowl 59, and it's next.
FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
A little stiff. What, you got a job interview?
I'm doing the FanDuel Kick of Destiny 3. I'll finally be a kicker, like I always dreamed.
Yes. You'll never be a kicker, Eli. You'll just have to be a quarterback like me and Dad.
The FanDuel Kick of Destiny is my destiny, Peyton.
Not if I make it first.
FanDuel Kick of Destiny 3. Make your free pick now and may the best man win. New customers spend $5, get $300 in bonus bets.
Little Caesar stuffed Crazy Crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic-flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. There was more time.
Pizza. As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. That's the rule.
Meanwhile, at a Vrbo, when other vacation rentals make you share your turf with a host, try one that's all yours.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. What we choose to know, we know completely. We are professional grade.
This is Joseph Newgarden. Joseph was conceived to win races. Stopped drinking milk at 2, picked it back up at 32. Good for strong bones. Tell that to his clavicle. Joseph wins even when he loses. This is his wife, his Tuesdays, his hand-eye coordination. He might have the greatest jawline in sports. He's not that handsome. And on Sundays, Joseph flies. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth. Yeah.
Where's Julian?
I don't know.
He never misses the start of the game.
Anybody have eyes on Julian?
Oh, look. Nope. Game's about to start. Sorry, Jules.
There's never a good time to go.
You have toilet paper on your shoe?
It is the NFC Championship game from Philadelphia as the Eagles play host to the Commanders for the right to go to Super Bowl 59. And we say welcome. Place is rocking as you'd expect. Tom Brady's here, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Tom, we've been playing football for 4.5 months. 4 teams remain. You played in a lot of these games, and you know how special this is for these guys.
I did. I was so fortunate to be involved in this game for a lot of years. The reason is it's all about the team, and it's cool to see how these teams have evolved from the beginning of the season to now. They're going out to try to win a championship now, and it's more than that. We all think about getting to the Super Bowl. It's such a cool experience, but to me it was all the little things that you got a chance to do in the coming weeks if you win this game. I remember all the kids in my high school wearing my jersey, being so excited to be a part of this journey with me. So this is a huge game for these guys. It's also so important for all their former coaches, all the people that they know. It's life-changing for everybody.
It is life-changing for Jaden Daniels, trying to become the first rookie to start a Super Bowl for Washington. For Saquon Barkley's never played there. He's carried the Eagles to this point on his back. So with that being said, what are you looking for on the field today?
Well, to me, it's a lot of ground and pound out there. I don't think it's going to be the most possessions. Both these teams have aggressive fourth down mentalities. They have a lot of long drives. So battle of the trenches today. Which line is going to control the line of scrimmage? If you control the line of scrimmage, you control the game. If you control the game, you control your Super Bowl destiny.
And what you can't control is health. The health of quarterback Jalen Hurts with the Eagles. Aaron Andrews, more on that.
Yeah, it's been a big focus, Kevin. Jalen Hurts obviously being bent backwards awkwardly on his sack last week in the divisional game. He is wearing a brace on that left knee today, but his head coach Nick Sirianni said all week he looked great in practice. He progressed well, and they are excited about him going. Now, some news on their offensive line. Center Cam Jurgens, he is active today, but he's not starting. He popped up on the injury report with back tightness this week. So left guard, Landon Dickerson, he will move over to center. Of course, he played center in college. He got a few reps there this week on Friday, and he played a couple of snaps at center this week. So biggest key, as you can imagine, for that line, communication. Coming up after the break, we will honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
Did you know once upon a time refrigerated pouches are farm-fed and packed with nutrients?
I did.
They use pineapples, bananas...
Oh, don't forget dragon fruit.
And spinach!
You're really good at that.
There's no added sugar, GMOs, or preservatives.
Once kids try Once Upon a Farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside.
Avocados, flaxseed, carrots, and spirulina!
Being Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world for me. Now I get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. See you on game day. Learn more at courtyard.com/NFL.
They call me Stacy, they call me her, they call me Jane. That's not my name, that's not my name, that's not my name, that's not my name.
They say destiny finds you. Unless your dad and brother are when you'd have a quarterback destiny instead.
Hey, enough of this, Eli.
You can't ruin my destiny, Peyton.
Not this time. I'm 44 now. Oh, I will, because America is going to pick me to make the FanDuel kick of destiny.
Your hubris is your weakness, big brother. You're the best man and win.
FanDuel, Kick of Destiny 3. Make your free pick to compete for a share of $10 million in bonus bets. And new customers bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets.
As we honor America, we ask that you please rise if you're able. Remove your hats, and members of the Armed Forces and Veterans salute. Performing our national anthem is the star of Wicked on Broadway, Mary-Kate Morrissey.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Now Taxes is getting the TurboTax app and filing your taxes yourself 100% free if you didn't file with us last year. Now this is taxes. File free in the app by 2/18 when you switch to TurboTax Do It Yourself.
Little Caesar stuffed crazy crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time.